We're going to put double-sided tape on the back side of each of these little balloons. Just like a little line of double-sided tape into each one. Okay. Then we're going to take our little iridescent twine and we are going to stick it to the back side of each little balloon. Okay. Whoop. Too much tape on that one. Okay, all right. Once you have that, then you're going to, now you have those set aside. Now we are going to take our white paper here, and what you're going to want to do is you want to put glue all the way across this. And I'm going to use a different product than I normally use. Hold on just a second. I gotta go cut it. If you happen to have this product, this is wonderful. What you have here is one side is going to be a fine point tip, not as fine point tip as the Nuvo Deluxe adhesive, but the other side has this like kind of teeth on it and it allows you to apply more at once. So if you don't have a tool like this, you can use your Nuvo glue, or if you have PVA, but you want to get a full thin adherence of glue all across your piece of white paper. If you don't have a product like that, you can also use 2-inch wide double-sided tape, but either way you want the whole front of this to be very sticky or very gluey. Okay, so I'm going to take this product and I'm just actually sorting out a thin layer. And I'm going all the way around. Okay, and into the middle here. All right, so I want this to be a full adherence. A little bit on the back side of that. Some onto my vellum, I don't want that. Okay, all right, now I'm going to flip over my piece of tissue paper and I'm going to bring the glued side down. I'm going to do a full adherence there. It is going to be a little wrinkly and that's okay. You kind of press it down a little bit. Okay, then you're going to take double-sided tape on the back. I'm going to go around it on all 4 sides. And you're going to take the tissue and you're just going to fold it in. That way it's wrapped all the way around and it doesn't, because when you cut it down to size, sometimes you get the edges haven't fully adhered. So this is a great way to make sure that you have a full adherence all the way around. Okay, I'm just bringing those down. Okay, once you have that all down, I'm just going to take my scissors. I'm just going to trim off each of these little corner pieces. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing there. I'm just kind of pulling that up because the corner did not adhere, and I'm just trimming off the corner there. Okay. All right, now double-sided tape on all 4 sides. And this is going to mount right on the front of our card face here, onto the white card face. And there's going to be an 1/8 of an inch border of white on all 4 sides. Okay. All right, so that's what we currently have. All right. Now we're going to take our vellum, and our vellum's going to lay on here. I'm just going to lay that in place at the moment. And then I'm going to take my little doggies. And I love all these cute little dogs. You can kind of decide which dogs you love the most. Whoops, I see my little balloons. I still have tape on those. I'm going to come back to that birthday in just a second. So I have my little dogs. So I really think these dogs are just the cutest. So again, I have not adhered my vellum. I've just kind of laid it in place there. So I'm going to put this little guy down here on the bottom left. And then I'm going to put this cutie right in the middle here. He's so sweet. The little dots in are so cute. And then I thought this one kind of looked like our dog Gabe. It looks like he's playing. So stinking cute. So we're going to put him on the far right side here. Just having fun. Okay, so now we're going to stick on our little balloons here. Now you want to kind of think about how you want to kind of lay out your happy birthday. You want to make sure that your balloons are not taking away from your happy birthday. I'm just going to stick these down. They have a little bit of double-sided tape on them, and I'm not pressing super hard. I'm just kind of holding them in place just slightly because I might want to manipulate where they are later. And I'm going to do this guy, and I'm going to do this guy. I'm going to do this guy down here. And then I have one left over, so I'm going to go ahead. We're going to leave this over here. This is my one balloon with one of my other dogs onto the side here. Okay. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and press those down, again, just temporarily. Now I'm gonna flip this over so I can see where I'm gonna apply my glue here. Whoops, actually, hold on, sorry, not around the balloons, just the little dogs, because my dogs are glued in place. My balloons are not permanent quite yet. Now I'm gonna stick this on here, and there's gonna be an even border on the top and bottom, and a little bit more on the left and right. Okay, so I'm just pressing down the dogs. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our balloons and we're going to tie these into a little knot, okay? So this little, right here on my little grouping of 3, I'm just taking these, wrapping around my finger, and then I'm just going to take the grouping of 3 and I'm going to tuck it there in between those. All right, and I'm just going to tie a little knot, and I'm going to kind of aim the knot up a little bit higher there. Now the single one I'm not going to do anything with, and then the double one here, once again, I'm going to kind of wrap and kind of hold this in place right here. All right, okay. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to lift up my balloons, and I want to stick the little string kind of like in his mouth. So I'm just going to kind of put it right behind him, and then we're going to kind of take it. Now I'm going to press these down hard, or I can put more double-sided tape on the back side there, but I want them to look like they are pulling up with the wind. Okay, all right. Then we're going to do this guy, and I'm going to have him kind of do the same thing. I'm just going to press that down and kind of tuck it behind his little mouth. And then we're going to do this here. I'm going to kind of pull these up here. Whoops. Whoops. Oh, we'll let's come off there. And actually tie this knot a little bit higher up than where it was. Alright, so I'm just going to retie my little knot here. Okay. Alright. Okay, so then I move the knot up a little bit. I have my little guy here, tuck that behind his mouth. Okay, I like to pull up on these little balloons just to make them look like they're actually floating up. Otherwise they won't, it just doesn't quite look right. Okay, all right, there. This little guy. I'm gonna put a little bit of tape behind his little head, just to make sure all of that holds those little guys in place. All right, perfect. Okay, now that I have my little placement for all my little balloons, on the back side of this, now I'm going to put glue where all the balloons are, and that will adhere that down more flat. Okay, perfect. All right, oh, this one guy is just giving me a hard time, isn't he? Okay, all right, so now the little happy birthday sentiment up here at the top. Once again, I'm going to poke out all these tiny little bits here. Whoops, drop my scissors. Okay, we're happy, and then we have our birthday. Oh, did not cut as perfectly as I was hoping, but that's all right. Sorry guys, all these tiny little bits are driving me insane here. Hopefully your guys' has cut out better than mine, but if yours did not cut out as well as you were hoping, bring it by and I'm happy to recut that for you. So just want to let you know. Okay, so when we're going to adhere our happy, we're just going to lay that down with a little bit of our deluxe adhesive here, tiny fine line glue. And when I laid this down, I kind of wanted the word happy and the word birthday to kind of curve up just ever so slightly and kind of curve around, because I wanted to kind of add just a little bit more fun. So I'm just going to lay some little dots down here. And then we're going to take the birthday and wrap it around the other way. And I'm going to overlap onto a balloon just a little bit. All right. Now I'm going to trim off all these little tiny ends here. And then on the inside of the card, oh, actually, and I can take a little bit of my glue behind my die cut as well if you want that to adhere a little bit more flat. And then on the inside of the card, we have one balloon and a few dogs left. And you can do whatever you'd like with your dogs on the inside. I wanted just one dog, and then that way you can use your other dogs for other projects. But if you wanted to put all of your dogs on the inside, you certainly can. So we have this little guy down here at the bottom. And then I'm gonna put a little bit more double-sided tape on the end of my little balloon, or the top of my little balloon here. And have my little balloon on the inside too. And a little dog holding the balloon. And we'll just trim that off right there. And there we have our third card. Isn't that so stinking cute? Oh my gosh, I love it so much, you guys. It's just so adorable. All right, friends, there we have all 3 cards. I hope you had lots of fun making them, and I hope you learned something new. Have a fun day, friends. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.